R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. Listen, man, it's just my little take on the whole situation with Kevin Samuels, him dying and receiving all this hate, man, from all these black women or whatever after his passing, and some hating, simping black guys as well, and a few others. Tom Likas, I don't know why he said that, but at the end of the day, it's a reason why. It wasn't about Kevin Samuels, man. Kevin Samuels just embodied our message, okay? The fact that he embodied our message, now if this person did die, right? They want for this message, or they wanted for this message to die so much so until if this human being who embodied the message now, right, passes or something bad happens to this person, they're going to celebrate that. And that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing, the celebration of this innocent black man, right? This beautiful black man, beautiful-minded black man who wanted it and who was in the midst, and still from his message, right? Or from the way in which he embodied, in the way in which he gave our message out. Because it's really our message. And if you listen to any one of his broadcasts, he's breaking that down. This is not me. I speak for what? Black men. And I speak for men. He's an advocate of men such as me and others. And he embodied our message. So before he was even around 2 years ago, nobody even knew who Kevin Samuels was except his close friends. And most of his friends on YouTube right now, for that example, they wasn't his friends. So like I said, he's gained a lot of more notoriety and friends in his last 2 years on Earth, right? But he's on the other side now. You know what I'm saying? Rest up, Godfather. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They still want the message to die, fellas. So we still out here, man. Like he just gave us a new handbook. He gave us sign language. He gave us all this other stuff to like fight this mess, fight this war, man, that we having in our community. And it's really sad. But at the end of the day, just remember, guys, like they ain't hate Kevin Samuels. They ain't know him. They ain't know him. They hate our message. They hate the fact that we want to be patriarchal and the fact that we still want to lead. That's what they hate. They hate the fact that we don't hate gay people, but we don't support the LGBT community. I can't even keep up with how many, letters they're going to add to it. IP, At the end of the day, y'all be mindful, fellas, and never, ever be hard on yourself, and never, ever be scared to speak your truth, Because I ain't going to lie, like some other people, I thought they had killed them when I first heard the news. I'm like, wow, they actually killed this man. I cannot believe this, poisoned him. But whether or not they killed him or not, I don't think so at this point, But it's not up for me. But the fact that he's gone, guess what? They still won't go the message. But the message is not going nowhere. He just lit that fire, man, and I'm glad you lit that flame, man. So now what we got to be is petroleum or something flammable, because he already lit the flame for us, fellas, He was the embodiment of the message, Before him, it was others, So now it's going to be others, Like we got to push this message and in the way in which he did, because it worked. It worked. Like, that's why he was mentioned on BET, bro. The BET Awards. Not just that. That wasn't his biggest accolade. That man could have made blood money, like a lot of the YouTubers who speaking the opposite message. Like Ace Metaphor them and who else? The big Derek Panda Bear Jackson. You know what I'm saying? All these panda bears out here, you know what I'm saying? Moise Watkins and Dr. Umar Johnson and all these guys, man. These panda bears, man, from the Panda Bear Nation or whatever. They could never, because when you see what they talk, like they'll say a lot of this stuff is true, but then the basis of what the message was that Kevin and what we speaking, no, they try to come against it, but. Y'all you just not smart. Y'all just have to understand all these people, these rappers, everybody who's speaking up, not even rappers a lot, but DJ Envy, people who's speaking out, DJ DL Hoogly, all these haters, right, who already got these platforms. They feeling a certain type of way, right, because they professional in one way, but they didn't understand that in this way, we talking about this topic in the black community that nobody can really pull a handle on and get like a grip on. This man came out of nowhere and showed them that he was better than them. And so they feeling some kind of way, like it's an ego thing, you feel me? They speaking out against it, but at the end of the day, he's embodying our message. So if you speaking out against him, you speaking out against all the alpha black males who carry that same message, man. God bless y'all, man. Embody that message.